This is a close reading of Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451. This is Chapter 1, Section 4, focusing on the topics assigned. Explain the Montag's home entertainment system. What's the play about? Where we left off in the story, Montag has come home to find his wife overdosed on sleeping pills. She has her stomach pumped, her blood transfused, and she comes awake from the sedative. As soon as she comes awake, they have this conversation where it becomes apparent that she doesn't even realize she's taken an overdose of pills. Montag is looking up at the air conditioning vent in the hall. Again, this image of him looking up at a grill in the ceiling. Something secret is up there. And she looks at him and says, "The man's thinking." And this is also part of his interaction with Clarisse, that Clarisse has got him thinking. There was some old man he talked to in the park a year ago. That old man got him thinking. And now he has seen his wife overdosed on sleeping pills. And yes, he is standing there thinking. He says, "You took all the pills in your bottle last night." And her response is, "I wouldn't do that. Why would I do a thing like that?" And so she isn't even aware of what she is doing, isn't even aware of her own life. He comes up with this idea that maybe you forgot, and she says, "Never in a billion years. I didn't do that. I wouldn't do that." So we're left thinking, this maybe wasn't an intentional suicide. This may have been an unintentional, just over-medicating herself and not being aware of it. But it definitely has the wife in this image of not being mindful of what she is doing, being in this room with the ear pods on, not really connected to the real world, not connected to Montag. So we see her now in her natural environment, which is in the living room. And this living room is their home entertainment system. You have to imagine that there would be 4 walls in the room. 3 of those 4 walls are top to bottom screens. And she is interacting with the people on the screens. So she has a script. He asks, "What's on this afternoon?" And she didn't look up from her script. "Well, this is a play, comes on the wall-to-wall circuit in 10 minutes. They mailed me my parts this morning. They write the script with 1 part missing. The homemaker, that's me. When it comes time for the missing lines, they all look at out of the walls, and I say the lines." So this idea that she's interacting with a digital world, she is being told what to say, and she's very excited about that, very excited about the fact that she's reading scripted lines, interacting with this digital world. When he asks, "What's the play about?" In other words, is there a story here? Is there some theme? Is there some other element that helps us better delve into our own lives? It's kind of implied that if we look at quality literature, quality art, that it is asking us to consider other things. So his question, "What's the play about?" is actually asking, what's life about, and how does this play help us think about it? And she says, "I just told you there are these people, Bob and Ruth and Helen," and it's clearly a superficial interaction. She has a stereotypical role of the housewife. Then she asks for him to install a 4th wall. In other words, we only have 3 walls. One of the walls remains reality, but she is asking to have complete enclosure in this other reality. And we also know it costs a lot. So she's asking for material things that he is out trying to earn money for. He says, 1/3 of my yearly pay, 1/3 of what I get paid for your 4th wall. And so we see this wife is asking more, sealing herself off from the real world, not even aware of what she is doing, self-medicating and then over-medicating. And he's beginning to think about these things and challenge them for the first time.